Let's get back to a story that we have been following very closely here on Live Now from Fox. It's been 2 weeks since 4 University of Idaho students were found stabbed to death in their rooms. While police and federal agents have said they are following up on hundreds of leads, no suspects have been named, and there are still so many questions.
I generally cover older mysteries. The sting has worn off a bit. Closure hasn't been found, but people have switched from the initial shock of a horrendous crime to the search for answers. Me and people like me, we want those answers. We want to pore over the details and try to suss out some kind of solution. With that being said, sometimes there is a case so perplexing, so brutal, so inhuman, that instead of feeling helpless watching the horrors roll in on our screen day in and day out, we decide to look for those ever-elusive answers. Hopefully we help, or at least educate. November 12th, 2022. Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Kaylee Goncalves are students at the University of Idaho. It's a Saturday night, and they're each blowing off the steam of the week in their own way in the town of Moscow, Idaho. Goncalves and Mogan are hanging out at the Corner Club downtown. Chapin and Kernodle go to a party at the Sigma Chi fraternity house. By 1:45 a.m. on November 13th, they're all back at home in a house off campus on King Road, where all of them, except for Chapin, live with 2 other roommates. Approximately 10 hours later, at 11:58 a.m., a call comes in to the Moscow Police Department from the house on King Road. The caller is concerned that one of their roommates has passed out upstairs and isn't waking up. Authorities arrive on scene and discover Chapin, Mogan, Kernodle, and Goncalves dead on the 2nd and 3rd floors of the house. They had been brutally stabbed and bore only a few defensive wounds. They appeared to have been attacked in their sleep. The 2 unnamed roommates slept in the basement, unaware of the barbarity happening above them. Police descended on the scene, interviews were conducted, and forensic investigation began. The most frustrating aspect of the killings on King Road is the lack of transparency. We live in a world of constant information right at our fingertips. From the beginning of this investigation, authorities have remained tight-lipped about almost every aspect of the case. This is standard procedure at times, as the public doesn't have to know everything. But the parents and family of the victims are also being shut out of the process. I'm of 2 minds on this. By letting the public know just enough, authorities would avoid rampant speculation. But keeping their cards close to their chest doesn't give the killer any help in figuring out just how close they are to being caught. I only mention this because when it comes to the killings on King Road, we have scant few facts. 4 college students were stabbed to death in their sleep. Someone called 911 the next day. Police have confirmed it was not the 2 roommates who lived in the basement. No suspects have been named. There was no sign of forced entry, and the locks on the house require a passcode to open. No murder weapon has been found. Taking this information and trying to deduce what happened is simply a fool's errand. If I can accomplish anything, it's spreading awareness. Authorities have stated they can't guarantee that the community is completely safe, and many students have chosen not to return to the University of Idaho following the fall break. Those who have returned stay in at night and live under the fog of unease and suspicion. I wish I had more to tell you. Some grand revelation that blows this case open. But for now, what I can tell you is this. If you were in Moscow on the night of the 12th into the 13th of November, send your pictures and videos to fbi.gov/Moscow, Idaho. Tips can be sent to tipline@ci.moscow.id.us or called in at 208-883-7180. I can be found on Twitter at Unsolved. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you like this content, consider liking and subscribing, and thanks for watching.